everyone, it's Charlton. Please subscribe to my channel, tap that notification bell, and like this video. That helps me to keep making videos, and I would appreciate it majorly. So an F-16 crashed earlier today in California outside of Los Angeles, east of it by about 65 miles. There's an airbase there, March Air Reserve Base, and the pilot was trying to land, and we don't know what's the cause behind the crash, but he crashed immediately just past the runway. He managed to eject before crashing. The pilot's okay, to the best of my knowledge. I mean, that's according to reports. He hasn't been identified. I mean, this just happened at 3:15 p.m. local time in Los Angeles. That would be about 6:15. That would be 6:15 on the East Coast. So about 4 hours ago, 3.5, 4 hours ago. So it's relatively new, and it crashed. The plane crashed into a warehouse. There's a couple different photos of it. This is one of them right there. Let me put myself down here. So right there, there's a giant hole in the warehouse there, and after looking at like sort of Google Maps and trying to figure out where exactly this is, and there's a video inside the warehouse, which is the best. I mean, of a worker who's just inside the warehouse and literally is just just in shock, just shocked, like, oh my God. And it's crazy. There's a giant jet inside the warehouse with a humongous hole in it, and he's just, he just can't believe it. Well, naturally. So it's one of these two buildings. I think it's this here, and actually this is, Google, sometimes these satellite images are outdated, and this one is. I believe there's a building that kind of goes off at the angle here, but this is the end of the runway where where the crash, the person ejected. The parachute of the pilot is somewhere in this area, and they show you that from a helicopter's cam. And the canopy of the jet landed somewhere on the runway. They don't show you that in in some of the footage, but it's definitely one of these two buildings. That's what I was trying to figure out. If you look at this here, I mean, it's these two buildings with these kind of like L-shaped here. And in this footage, I'll show you the dude's video inside here. This is in the warehouse. Why don't I do that right now? It's crazy. It's a cool video for sure. It's the most interesting part of this. So
holy fucking shit, dude. That's a fucking airplane. That's a military airplane in our building. Holy fucking shit, dude. That's a fucking airplane. That's a military airplane in our building.
it's crazy. It's a pretty cool video for sure. And I don't know if this is the same dude who is talking to this reporter. And I don't know if that's him right there. It very well might be. That might be his video, but I'm not positive of that, because he talks about, he was in the factory and he's talking about one of his coworkers got hit. He got smashed in the face and may have been knocked unconscious, and he was a little bit bloodied up. I think he's going to be okay, but with at least some minor injuries. I don't know if that's the same dude. There's the parachute right there, and they're showing you.
He was still conscious. I guess some
So they're zooming out.
Sprinkler or something hit him in the face, so he was a little bloody, but he was okay for the most part.
Yeah, and there's the two buildings right there. See how they're in both those perfect L shapes right there. There's a new building here, but again, that's just not in this photo because it's slightly outdated, and it looks like they're doing construction stuff. So those were fairly new buildings, including I think the one he works in. So he had some more pictures actually on his Facebook page of the crash. And in addition to that, this one here, and that's from outside the building. So, like I said, the pilot, to the best of my knowledge, is okay, and we have no idea what's the cause of the flight. There's another photo from the aerial view of it. You can't even barely make out the plane inside of that hole. I can't see it, but it could be underneath the roof now from that angle. I don't know. I just can't make it out. Crazy. So, images from Air 7 HD showed a large hole on the roof of the building with the sprinkler system activated. A photo from inside the building appears to show part of the plane sticking out of the rubble. Jeff Schaffstall said he was working when he heard the plane come dangerously low to the ground before it made a loud noise. He posted video from inside the building. That is the dude. If that's Jeff Schaffstall, that's his video on Facebook that I just showed you. Another employee talked about witnessing the aftermath of the crash. It was almost to the point where I had to cover my ears, and the next thing you know, I just hear this explosion, said witness Daniel Gallegos. I turned around to the back of the building. I just seen a burst of flames and just the ceiling start falling through every part of the building. In a matter of seconds, my ankles were filled with water because of the sprinkler system, I guess. Riverside fire officials reported 3 people were transported with minor injuries. No major injuries were reported in the incident. People were being moved away from the building because of the possible ordnance on the aircraft. The pilot is part of the 144th Fighter Wing, an Air National Guard unit based in Fresno. The aircraft belongs to the South Dakota Air National Guard in Sioux Falls. And, that's pretty much the story there. It's pretty crazy. I enjoyed the dude's video, definitely. That's kind of what, it's an interesting story, but. So that is pretty much the story there, man. That is the story there. All right, thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.